Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to BND Live, the Dungeons and Dragons live stream, where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Steven as Dromm the fighter, Erin as Lily the fighter. Wait, no, Dromm the sorcerer. Both. That's right, multi-class. Tim as Vinny the rogue, and Nakul as Serpent the paladin. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and this is BND Live.
It wasn't fighting Falrith fight.
It's true. Let's do a little
Tom slept
recap.
well on the ship. That's pretty good.
What on the ship?
He slept well on the ship.
You slept well on the ship. That's fair.
Pretty good accomplishment.
That's it's up there. Speaking of which, we'll do a little recap. It was the tall. You were with Kilwin, an odd, jovial elf, sailing toward Lake Ceylon on the ship the Charging Elk. The deck was full of items. It was cramped below. But that evening, when you reached the fork in the river, Kilwin wanted music. He demanded music, one of you having promised that you knew how to play. And ironically, Dromm performs better than Vinny on the sneak horn. The next morning, it's beautiful. Beautiful day of sailing. And fish catching, courtesy of Sir Pen. The next day, Dillick, Ostrich gets a little antsy, but plays with Lily's cat and calms down. And on to Paul, you finally see land, and you land at the capital city of Lucknow, which is Silent. The city on the water. City actually on the water, on the land, and in the forest. A dock worker gives you some tips, and you visit Sally the Turtle at her salty snack shop, where you get some nuts, some salt lick, and some taffy. At Cedric Staves, her brother's place, Lily gets a staff with a badger carved on the top. At the inn, the On the Water Inn, you all get the barkback tea, which toughens the hands. So Dromm and Vinny immediately run off to test it and go walnut hunting with fairly good success. The barkeep remembers Finistel. She apparently went to the bog some weeks ago. After running into a slightly deeper-voiced Sturdy Baggins near the council building suspended by the mighty oak trees, you go to Salazar's magic shop, which itself is in a giant oak tree. Salazar is an elf that seems to charge 200 gold for everything, until you want a bag of holding, and that'll be 550, or 1200, depending on the size. Vinny wants to chase after a dark gray Goliath, who bought one and took it a few weeks ago, south to Dessen. Another option would be to bring Salazar the teeth of the snow beast of Torin. The many-legged snow beast of Torin. We leave off with you folks returning to the inn, deciding where or what to do next.
Let's destroy this inn.
Roll for initiative. No. That would be interesting. I admit I would not be prepared for that, but I'm sure we can figure out something. Clearly I should be.
I'm thinking we should probably head to Torin. Maybe find a guide, because Mr. Twizzard's not with us.
Can we summon him?
I've never been this path, so.
We could summon Mr. Twizzard and he could be our guide.
Summon Mr. Twizzard.
We're still in Silent, right? Or Silent, or however you pronounce it?
Silent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Silent.
You sure are. You're at the Water's Edge Inn, run by the furball named Horace.
Horse.
Pink hair.
If we summoned Mr. Twizzard, we'd have to just describe what we see.
What do you mean?
Like like, if he was to act as our guide, he could tell us where to go, sort of. But then, like, along the journey, I'm assuming we would need updates, and we wouldn't know exactly where we were. So
Maybe I can become Mr. Twizzard's long-distance familiar.
Where's Twizzard again? Or we don't know.
Wesleyville.
Too far.
Oh, he is.
although
Yeah.
we might not know. I guess you would know.
Lily knows.
Well, now you guys are 2 days ahead of the other group, but yes.
Okay.
I mean, the last time Lily talked with Agnes, they were all in Wesleyville.
Gotcha.
And apparently there were dragon footprints.
As in something was being dragged.
No, the footprints of a dragon.
Well, does anyone have anything else they want to do in town here?
Good question.
I mean, I guess we would need to get more provisions until the next place on the trip.
We could find a pie shop.
But will it be as good?
You could try.
Different pies.
Different pies.
I mean, we bought like how many? Like a dozen? Something like that?
We gotta replenish.
You were only on the ship about 3 days, so.
Yeah, we have eaten at least 3 pies.
3 whole pies, right?
At the bare minimum. I mean, if we've been eating like 1 each, half a pie each. I don't know how many pies we've gone through.
And then we had to give one to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't much in the way of other food, so I'm assuming that we ate all the pies.
You
Well, we
caught
had
a bunch
fish.
of fish. You caught a bunch of fish.
That was for
That's like
Owlbear.
snack.
True.
And Lily had her own like dried fruits and meats that she bought instead of the pie shop.
Why would you eat that over pies?
I wanted something that I knew would actually keep.
All right, Drum's gonna go around, I think, and look for some other provisionary.
A market?
Yeah, or bodega, whatever they have.
Yeah, there is definitely a bustling market. You could go to the bustling
Did anyone
market.
else come with me, or?
Yeah, I'm going
I'm
with
sure
them.
we're all pretty much. Or we are just
Yeah.
leaving the magic shop.
That's right. Your Austin will show up when you blow
just woke
the.
up.
Oh, we just woke up.
Because we're at the inn, right?
Right. Yeah. we're
Well,
at the end.
I think
We
you,
destroyed
it was only like 3 p.m. So you were gonna head back to the inn, but you don't have to. You could go to the market if you want instead.
Yeah. Let's go to the market. I got my badger thing. We stopped off at. Are we technically inside of the magic store? Because isn't that where we left off?
Oh, the giant tree?
Not buying the bag of holding.
Yeah, I think we left off with you were gonna probably head to them. So we could be in the magic store. We could be near the council building. We could be.
Right, we had to go to Destin.
Oh, did we go to the council building? Or we decided we didn't need to because we already had the tablet and there was nothing in this building?
I think we were going to skip it.
Okay.
But
All right,
the
so
food market.
market.
Yeah, not skipping that.
All right.
Plus, we have walnuts. Maybe we can get them cooked into something.
A pie.
You do have some
Walnut pie.
walnuts.
Oh, do you remember that pie?
Pie.
Stacy's pie? So good.
Stacy's pie's
True.
got it going on.
It was like walnuts and pecans.
It's a different song.
So good.
Yeah, that was at Sir Penn's house. We ate Stacy's pie.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty good. Dave couldn't eat it.
Oh, because it had nuts.
Yeah.
At first I thought you were making a joke, but now I know you're being serious.
Oh, no, yeah. True story. Like all our stories.
True. Like all your
True
stories.
and amazing.
True.
This looks like a table that needs to be chopped in half.
No, don't chop my table. You guys head over to the
I chopped the
marketplace.
table in half.
There's
Oh.
there's a bunch of different food stores.
Pretzels.
Oh no.
Pretzels.
the pretzels. 5-second rule.
5 seconds.
All
There
right,
you go.
so
Save the pretzel.
Depends if Dromm just chopped it or a thunderclap chopped it.
This
I think
hen.
more happens with the thunderclap than what we actually realize.
it's a live chicken.
Yeah, they sell chickens there. It's a big market. This is just a representation of the market as a whole, if you will. Run by this bald farmer guy. Yeah. Yeah. What are you guys looking for? Just more pies?
No, I think any I think there's a wide assortment of food that we would go for.
There is a wide assortment of food.
Preferably something that will keep for a minute, as well as maybe a couple fresh things that we can have within the next day.
Maybe local delicacy.
I think fruit will probably last pretty well for almost a week, depending on the type of fruit. Right?
Salted fruit.
No, but like apples can last multiple days before they go bad and get like mealy. I would say the same for oranges.
Does he have any apples and oranges?
Oh yeah, he's got apples.
All right.
So
So
the dried fish.
An older elf named Famir, and he is selling various foodstuffs.
Is he from here?
Hello. How can I help you on this fine day?
hi, we're looking for some apples and possibly some oranges.
I'm afraid I don't have any oranges, but
Chop
I
this
do-
table.
oh, my table. I do have a wide variety of apples, and some of them I have enhanced to last up to a month.
I mean, that's impressive, but I don't know if we would even need a full month.
Enhanced apples.
That's right. It's a method I developed over many years of apple farming and cultivating and arcane whoopie-wobbie.
Oh, so it's not genetically modified?
Oh, I don't. No. Arcane modified. This is
Arcane
magic.
I
modified.
said arcane whoopee whoopie. I
It's
heard
an
it.
AMO,
Arcane whoopity-woopie.
not GMO. AMO.
That's right.
It doesn't cost
I
200
messaged-
gold per apple, does it?
I
no,
messaged
no.
Agnes.
Oh, sorry.
Lily. Sorry, I messaged Lily. And ask if we should get 120 apples.
Is that supposed? I say back. Is that for 3 per day for a month for each of us?
Well,
Or
it's
four-
1 per day. For,
1 per day for each of us.
Yeah.
30 days, 4 of us, 120. I don't think we need that many.
A lot of apples.
All
A lot of
right.
apples.
Uh,
Can't carry it without a bag of holding.
what days don't you want an apple?
Is this all
Maybe we
message?
should find out how many days we're actually going to be traveling. Once we get to Torin, there's going to be places to buy food in Torin.
Dwarven food.
Right.
Is
I
this
can't
being-
imagine it's going to take us a month to get to Torin. Maybe a week.
Is this being said out loud?
All right.
Are we messaging back and forth?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
If he sends a message to me, I can answer it, right?
You can. I'm just curious. I mean, if you're talking about where you're going, this guy might have something to say about it.
I think we were probably were going back and forth silently because I think Dromm was trying to like make sure that
Yeah.
he can hackle with the dude.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
But yeah, that brings up a good point though. Now that Lily said it, it's like how many days journey is it to Torin?
Well, that depends. Are you going to travel upriver on a boat or overland and then up to the pass by Thor?
Well, hold please. And I don't message this. I just look at the other guys and say like, how are we going?
Does anybody have a preference?
Well, we were already on a boat.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it depends on what's cheaper, a guide to take us via land or a boat to take us as far as we could go by river.
Who needs a guide? We go west. That way.
In your experience, what is cheaper for 4 travelers?
Oh, well, cheaper I'm not quite as in contact with, but I can tell you it's about 200 miles or so to Thor, which is, of course, the border city between Lucknow and Torin. And you could, I would say probably would take you about 8 days to hike it. And maybe 4 days on a boat, plus a day up into the mountains. So you save a little with the boat on time, but it will probably cost you more.
We'd save on apples.
Well, I don't need you to save on apples. You should buy as many as you can hold.
I can hold 2.
Yeah, I can do one in each hand. And one in my mouth.
3. We can each hold 3. I have a feeling Dromm
And
can
that
hold
bag
4.
of holding.
And should we get a bag of holding?
$550 for the normal size.
No, I just meant we had to descend first.
My God.
We have to go to Destin anyway, but that's not.
Wait, the shopkeeper guy had like 3 or 4 of them, right?
He had a larger and he had the normal size and a larger size, and he said he could make a smaller one if we gave him some time.
Let's go take him out.
We'll never be welcome back in Silent again. I don't think so.
I feel like we've seen everything that there is to see here.
I would like to have 8 apples, please.
Very good. That'll be no. Oh, did you want those to be the special arcane enhanced apples?
Well, let's talk.
1 copper for a normal apple. 2 coppers for an enhanced apple.
Gotcha. And how many days do you expect a normal apple to last?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
Depends on where you store it. Is it stored in a cool, dry place away from its rotten friends?
I think my backpack's pretty
Mix
cool.
them around and see if they're all dry. There's a
I
fork.
think we're headed somewhere cold, so that'll help.
That will help, and just the weather in general. It's
There's a
getting
fork
colder.
already there.
Yeah. I guess I'll do 8 normal apples, please.
All right, that'll be 8 copper.
Here's 1 silver.
Oh, why? Thank you, sir.
Now, these enhanced apples, do they have a different flavor than the normal apples?
They are a bit sweeter. So if you're looking for a drier apple, well, that's not what I have.
I'm looking for a crisp, crunchy apple. It could be a little on the sweeter side, or it could be a little bit more on the tart side. That's okay, but a crisp one.
Horse apples.
Is that a horse apple?
That's what you want.
No, I don't want a horse apple. I want a crispy apple.
These are quite crispy.
All right, I will take. I'm trying to think of how heavy it's going to start getting if I'm carrying all of these apples.
If only you had a magical bag to carry them in.
Oh my goodness. Should I go buy that bag?
You have the money. I don't. Otherwise, I would have bought it.
This money is earmarked for a cannon.
I had to go for a lesser staff because I could only afford 2 gold or 20 gold.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Can I run back to the tree and
Yep.
buy a bag of holding?
You sure can.
All right. That's what I'm going to do.
That happens.
Sweet.
Now, is the normal size bag of holding the same as what Finric has? Or does
Yes.
Finric have a large?
No,
Oh,
he
he
has
has a-
a normal.
Okay.
Did you say 500 or 550?
550 technically. If you wanted to haggle, you could give a persuasion check.
Ooh, hey, how about 400? Where's my persuasion? And it
What's your
is
pitch?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Well, you did come back here. I'll go 540.
501.
525.
450.
450 now.
Yeah.
520.
All right, 520.
519.
I just agreed to the 520.
All right, 520. All right. Thank you.
He doesn't know how to haggle in real life either.
Stuff. All right, 520. Oh.
All right. Add that.
Oh, you still have 3,200 gold.
Add that bag of holding to your inventory so you don't forget that.
All right, so I run back to the group and I hold it open by the edge of the table and I say, "Dromm, lift up one end of the table."
Wait, is that the only color they have?
Roll. Don't start. Who wants apples?
I do. I'm going to get a dozen where 6 are regular apples and 6 are the arcane specialty, please.
Very good.
So that's 12 plus 6, which
What
is...
about 18? What about you with the trident? You look like you could use some apples in your life.
Yeah, I'll take some apples. I'll take 5 normal apples. And do you have any dried fish?
I do not, but associate down the market stalls there will have that for you. Absolutely.
Dried fish.
Well, sorry, I'll let my friend continue.
So 5 apples.
All right.
Last you 5 minutes.
How about, do you have carrots? That looks like a carrot.
I do have carrots. I have some fresh
Ooh,
produce.
carrots last a long time, too.
How many carrots do you have?
Plenty of carrots. Plenty of tubers.
Looks like 1.
Ooh, we could boil, mash them, and stick them in a stew.
These are just a representation of things I have stored underneath my cabinet.
Oh.
I will have 5 pounds of carrots, please.
Ooh.
5 pounds of carrots. Very good. That'll be 5 silver.
Ooh. Hey, Dromm, did you want to split 120 apples?
No, actually, that'll probably be 3 silver.
That's cool. Let's split 120 apples.
Yeah.
Well, I have 8. How many do you have?
0.
So you want to get 112 apples?
Well, I just thought it seemed like a good plan to just have a lot of extra ones. What do they last for 2 months? The enhanced ones?
No, 1 month.
Oh, goodness. All right.
I don't think...
Roll an Arcana check, Vinny.
Vinny?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I have rolled it, and I got an 8.
I feel like even with an 8, you would remember that bags of holding have no air in them.
Ooh. Apples could last even longer.
Potentially. That's what I'm saying.
Infinite apples.
Oh, infinite apples.
I don't have that many, sir.
Why am I shopping here? All right. Are you guys all good on your apples and stuff? You guys have everything you want?
Like,
I'm gonna get a bunch.
I mean, with 5 pounds of carrots, I don't think I need to buy extra carrots.
I'll take 30 enhanced apples.
Joe was like, those carrots are for me.
All right, then I'll buy my own carrots, but they're all going into the same bag of holding. We're gonna get them confused.
Put them in a separate area in a bag.
Oh my god.
Well, the solution is no one else buy carrots, and then we won't be confused.
I do have some burlap sacks.
Yes, please.
This man.
A burlap sack so that I may put all of my groceries into one, and I will buy 2 pounds of carrots.
Into a burlap sack of holding. That's gonna go great.
Yeah.
Well, no, the burlap
And,
sack goes into the bag of holding.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of what other vegetables I might want that will last a long time. String beans.
The same
usually
person who
last.
has the dried fish has some hard sausage.
I don't need to know about that.
Yeah.
TMI.
Vinny pulls his hat down.
You don't have a hat.
Oh. I'll take 30 apples though.
All right, very good. He brings out another bushel.
Enhanced. Excellent. Put that in my inventory.
Might I suggest that if you are going overland, you'll be going through what used to be the Vivendar's land, and I just want to warn you that I have heard there are some bandits who have been seen in the woods there.
Bandits.
That's me. That's my family.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Oh. Yes.
I don't know you, do I?
Did you know the Vivendairs?
I did.
I take my hat off.
You don't have a hat.
You don't have a hat.
Definitely don't now.
I doesn't ring a bell.
What do you know of them?
Oh, fine family, well respected.
Yeah.
But there were rumors that that a dragon was involved somehow. Or at least a cult of one, perhaps. I don't know. It was a travesty at the time. That was a couple of years ago now, though.
Yep. That's me. Found that out the hard way. Hunting that dragon right at this very moment.
Are you?
Could use some apples to help out. Free ones.
You got them.
Oh, I could always use more. But thank you. Thank you for these apples. No Vivendairs around in that area anymore, are there?
There was rumors that one survived, but I've never seen the poor lass. I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
But if you are indeed traveling that way, perhaps I could give you one of my very specialist of apples.
Ooh.
Is it a
It's one of
poison apple?
No, it's one of my planting apples.
Planting now.
Yep, if you plant this apple, it will grow into an enhanced apple tree. But you have to promise me not to do it within a 50-mile radius of my current position.
Of your current position, wherever you're standing?
Well, no, of silence. Like, I just don't want competition. I don't care what tragedy you've been through. I can't take it. I can't have competition.
I understand. I
Takes
understand.
a very shiny apple, gives it to you.
Ooh, thank you. All right.
All right. I'm guessing Lily would probably want to get some kind of like bread or crackers or some kind of like oat cakes.
Oat cakes. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can find some stuff like that. It's gonna be all in the
Some kind of granola.
all in the copper to silver range. So just
Okay.
take some out of that. You'll be fine.
Well, all of the shopping has tuckered me out. Shall we go back to the hotel?
You guys spend some time looking around, buying some dried meats, some other provisions, crackers, bread, and then you can head back to Head back to the inn there.
Sure.
Did we decide on if we're going to go by foot or by boat?
We have not decided that, but if Vinny wants to go see his hometown, we would need to go by foot. And Vinny, you should know how to get there.
I don't know if I need to see.
Would Vinny be familiar with the area to the borderlands at least? Maybe we can get a guide in the borderlands. Vinny, how well do you know your own hometown?
Oh, I know it really well. My hometown.
I think Vinny could certainly guide you due west until you hit the river, and then Vinny, you would know about the Great Bridge of Sigroth, which is, if you're going on foot, that's how you cross the river to get to the Torin side of the river, and then you would go up into the foothills to the sort of the border city Thor, which is technically not the border. It is in Torin, but it's basically the city that you pass through if you're going up and over the mountains.
Oh yeah.
And you've probably you would have met people who had gone that way, so you know roughly, like, you could get to the bridge, and then after the bridge you'd be a little out of your element, but
yeah, I can get to the bridge, and after that I'll know exactly how to get where we're going.
Perfect.
And I guess Lily, she has making materials, I think, that she repurchased at the by the library. So I think she's going to want to try to continue her and practice her map making skills on the journey. So I think she's happy with taking the road so that she can maybe work on her map.
Are you guys good with the road?
Well, yes.
I'm good.
All right. So you guys spend the night at the water's edge. I think you already paid for your rooms, actually.
I think, yeah, we paid for it with our meal.
I think Lily was going to pay for it.
Waste not, want not. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. The next day is nice day. Nice looking day. Got yourself a nice day.
Sounds good.
So it isn't dark.
No, it is not. It would be Desal, actually, yes. All right. And you're just heading out.
And now, well, we have to go and call Ostrid with the Vuvuzilla.
Good looking app.
Well, I don't have that.
Yeah, I guess if someone tells me to use it, I can.
Dromm has it, but fortunately, he played it so well. Dromm, you should just keep it. So I've been making a brand new one, which has a very
He's
different
whittling
sound.
it out of wood.
Very different sound, but it's coming along very well.
Wow.
See if I can play it here.
Thank you. I offer Vinny the Vuvuzela back.
No, you're good with it. If you wanna keep it, you can keep it.
Thank you. Do you want me to call for Astrid?
Sure. Since he knows that sound.
I do my thing.
All right.
I do Vinny's thing, really.
Astrid comes bounding out of the wilderness to join you guys. All right. So you head out of Silent, the bustling sort of downtown area slowly gives way to further spread apart buildings. You see another inn on the other side. You see some houses, some smaller businesses. Soon you're into the farmlands, and then the forest encroaches around you. And while the road ahead of you is still well maintained, The day gets a little darker as the canopy closes above you, and you continue traveling in good spirits with your fresh food and various provisions.
And my new staff.
And your new staff, which is actually quite handy, because even though the road is well maintained, there are some spots where you're happy you have it. You continue through to lunch. You see a couple people here and there pass you, coming the other direction. They look like they're bringing a cart with some stuff, maybe take it to the market. After lunch, you continue on a couple more hours. You pass a few farmsteads here and there on the fields that open up amidst the forest. And you see some trees with things hanging from them, maybe collecting sap, you're not quite sure. And then you continue into the forest, and the road is less well maintained. Looks like it has maybe a couple years of growth on it. And you keep going. And soon you get to what looks like the remains of a rather large estate with various outbuildings. And but most of it has been burned. And Vinny, how do you feel in this moment when you get
Yo,
here?
this is my house. This was my house. I haven't been back here since the night it happened. I didn't even go back inside. I just ran. Can we stop in?
Of course. Yeah, if you want to tell us about it.
Well, I think your description was better than what was in my head, because I thought it was just a tree that we lived in. Because I was in the trees.
No, you guys were
living in trees.
That's an estate.
You guys were well, to be fair, a lot of it is up in the trees. Although parts that burned enough sort of then fell to the ground beneath. So there are some intact areas. There are some less intact areas. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, yeah. 13.
13. As you're searching around, the others sort of looking around, you find a rather large piece from one of the structures that used to be up in a tree. And it has, while it has fallen out, it has stayed somewhat intact. One of the sort of the windows is at an angle to the ground, but you're able to climb into the shattered pane, and you see it is part of what used to be sort of the great hall of your house. And there, seemingly defiantly standing, or hanging rather, amidst the charred remains and wreckage around it, is the Vivendair family crest on a thick, luxuriant sort of, like flag banner, and you remember this as having sort of stood at the, or hung above where your parents would sit at the large meals and banquets whenever you'd entertain visiting guests or other nobility.
I remember that. Look at this. You guys thought I was just a thief and the Rat Kings. Ha! Surprise. Turns out noble blood. But
so you're just like Paelias then.
What are you talking about? Way cooler.
Well, noble's noble elf, blah blah blah. I'm a noble too, but still, Paelias. He's Dad's friend, not mine.
Can I? How big is that crest? Can I pull it down?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean at this point it's not up anymore. It's the structure that remains is sort of slanted, and so yeah, you can easily reach it, and you could roll it up and bring it with you if you wanted to.
That's what I'm gonna do. Roll it up, put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Gonna fill this bag up here. All right. I guess, is there anything else to root through here?
If other people want to give investigation checks, we can see what else is found.
I feel like I should not be the one looting through Vinny's.
Well, I'm just curious what's here. I haven't been back here since the night, like, my house was ransacked, and then my family got killed, and then I wasn't going back in there. There were too many hooded figures that I couldn't really see. But I've since found out that they all have that tattoo that the lizard people had. So
Yeah, Lily's a nat 1. So 3.
Were you facing the other way?
Well, I don't think Lily knows anything about where she actually is. She's in the wreckage of a treehouse.
It is, yeah. It's hard to really.
Like, I don't know what anything is here. It doesn't look anything like a house.
We don't live in a tree house. We live in a tree house.
Oh, that makes it so much better. You're getting more and more like Paelias. Pretty soon you're going to be telling me what to do.
Get out of my tree house.
You're not my dad.
That's correct in more ways than you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, if it's some small solace, the sort of the forest that you treasured so much growing up and playing in and around is sort of starting to reclaim your house,
That is good. Yeah, better that trees just keep on growing and nature takes us back. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And I will say that any of the bodies were probably retrieved and given a proper burial. Now, I don't know if you were at that burial or not, but that's sort of, but there wouldn't be any of that left. Folks would have come and.
Yeah, I don't think I was at that. I think I just ran that night. I ran and I did not go back.
And I ran.
It's fine. My family was all into politics anyway. I was the only one that was into cooler stuff.
I thought your grandfather was into cooler stuff.
He
too.
was. That's right. Remembering my memories now. He was cool. So he taught me everything I know about combat and sneaking around.
Did he help you fashion that sneak horn?
No, that was all me. That was something I added to our lessons.
I'm sure he was super happy about that.
I don't know if you knew about it. That's probably why I had it hidden in a different tree. Trees are very useful. Live in them, hide your horns in them. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I guess we don't need to spend too much more time here.
Well, should we sleep here?
Night. Oh, you want to sleep in my burned out house?
Well, no, but at least provide some shelter.
Well, you put it that way.
Oh, so now you want to stay in my tree house?
Well, it's not in a tree anymore.
Is it in a tree? Did it all fall down?
The part we're in
You're
right
right.
now.
I mean, there were, just like Salazar's shop was in a tree, a large percentage of your house. Like, I guess when I read your description, when I sort of envisioned it, I think there's probably like the main tree, and then there are, which has things in it, but then there's also sort of branching out and, you know, living and sort of, you know, growing with the surrounding trees. There's probably outbuildings and various. Because you were a well-to-do family, if I understand correctly.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. You know, it's no Rivendell, but it's pretty good.
It's its own place.
Exactly.
All right. Is it that late that we would spend the night?
Yeah, probably actually.
All right. Is my bedroom still intact? My bed branch?
Your bed branch? No.
Ah, too bad. All right. I guess I'll be wherever.
You remember there was sort of a secret nook that you used to keep some of your early bow and arrows in, and you run over to a little ways off the beaten path to a tree that had a hollow place inside, and you find where you stashed a couple things. Any special trinkets as you were growing up as a kid, maybe you're still in there.
Ooh, look at this stuff. I think this bow is too small for me now. Does anyone need a new weapon? I'm gonna pass on it, but
Keep it for Finric. No.
Yeah.
no.
Well,
All right.
Lily's good. She's got plenty of weapons.
The sounds of the forest are what you would expect. And as you guys shelter down for the night, are you setting a watch?
Oh yeah, especially after the guy at the market said that there were bandits around. Definitely. And I'm guessing that Ostrid can help with the watch.
Yes, Ostrid could help with the watch. I think that would maybe need a spell slot from Sir Pen to fully have them fully understand it. But
You gotta teach him sign language.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
you-
Teach signals. Why don't we start doing that? Let's start making some
I love
basic
it.
signals.
Yeah, like keep watch, attack those guys.
Right? I mean, I even feel like even though Ostrid might not be able to converse with us, he should be able to get like patterns, right? With things that we say. Dogs can.
Yeah, no,
I'm
definitely.
assuming Ostrid is smarter than a dog.
Yes.
So,
May I take third shift? Well, if no one objects, I will take third shift.
all right.
I can take the first shift.
I'll take second. Vinny, you got third shift.
Okay.
I'm sorry, fourth shift.
Oh, okay.
But you're an elf anyway, right? So
Glad you noticed.
if each shift is 2 hours, you would be awake anyway, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be awake anyway.
Yeah, you need 4 hours, but other than that, it's
Plus, it's kind of weird sleeping here.
Well, but that's why you have the fourth shift. You'll be sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So who's the first shift?
Me.
All right, give me as you guys have your evening meal and you shelter down a little. It's getting colder. The evenings are getting colder, and so even though you don't
Oh,
need
but
shelter,
we have cold weather gear.
but you do. You have a lot of cold weather gear, and you have some of the wreckage could be a good windbreak, and so you make a camp and you hunker down. Yeah, give me a perception check, please, Sir Pen.
11.
11. Your shift seems to pass without any incident.
Do I have to? I'll explain to.
I'm next.
Yeah, but do I have to explain to the bear owl that when's his shift?
Yes.
Yes,
How
I
would
use
you-
my
how
spell
would-
slot.
How would you explain that?
All right, so speak with animals. So when we sleep, please keep an eye out for bad people. If you see bad people, wake us up and eat the bad people if you can.
All right. How do I know people are bad?
They have weapons like us.
So are we bad people?
Except for us.
Okay. I watch.
Thank you.
All right. So is Austin going next then? Second
I
shift?
think Lily.
I mean, Lily's got the next one, so I don't know if it's Lily and Austin.
It could be.
You can help him out.
Maybe we can work on some kind of signaling. I don't know, but I would still need Sir Pen to help with that. I should have bought something so I could talk to him. in the stupid store.
Well, maybe I'll give like a couple prep signals to him before I go to sleep, and maybe this means okay, we're okay, and this means wait, there's something bad happening. Maybe just like a couple things.
Yeah, we could do
Sure.
the come here,
Yeah.
the stay there.
Yes.
Okay,
Love
we'll start working on some very, very basic signals.
All right. All right, give me a perception check as the night continues under your watch.
Perception. 18.
You're keeping watch, bundled up against the chill in the air, and Austin next to you, sort of like, You sort of that makes you look around a little, and you see a light bobbing maybe 50, 60 feet away. Looks like a lantern light, maybe? Yellowish hue, sort of in the darkness, away from where you guys are hunkered down.
All right. I'm going to send out my cat, Familiar.
Ooh, all right.
And as the cat is going further out, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to wake up Dromm.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Dromm, hey, there's someone out there. I'm going to use my familiar to get a closer look, but that means I'm not going to be able to see what's going on here or hear what's going on here. So you're going to have to be my eyes and ears. And if something is wrong, tap my left shoulder and I'll know to come back immediately.
Okay.
And I show him which one's my left shoulder just in case.
Gotcha.
All right, so then I will I'll look through my familiar's eyes.
Okay. Yeah, the light bobbing, you head toward it, and then Dromm, you hear as well as
Astrid?
Lily through the ears of the cat.
Oh.
You hear, oh, and the cat continues stealthily. Actually, give me a stealth check for the cat. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't bring my thing. Let's see here. I don't think that the cat surprisingly has any special stealth.
No, I don't think so. It's probably got a plus something though. I can look it up quick.
I mean, because I would have to imagine that with its little patty feet, they're pretty quiet. I mean, cats are stealthy, but
For sure.
not to the point where it's something special here. I mean, do you want me to just roll?
Ooh, it has wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. There's a stealth +4. That's pretty good.
Oh, stealth +4. Okay, so I'll just pick out
Just do a d20.
a d20 +4. Okay. Here we go. Oh,
Oh.
dirty 20.
All right. As it goes through the underbrush, it pops out, and you see an older humanoid, sort of shaggyish hair, not just very pungent order, not great clothes, holding a lantern. And you hear the sound again as the person goes, ooh.
Now, Lily can speak, right? Even though she's seeing and hearing through the
Yes.
cat.
Yes.
So she's going to say there's a humanoid figure, looks older, shaggy hair, Smells terrible. Like, I'm not even really smelling through the cat, but I could just smell based on the way he looks, that he smells
That's true,
terrible.
I guess the cat's relating that to you telepathically.
Yeah. So, I don't know if he's calling out
That's
to
awesome.
someone using some weird symbol, like signal.
Where's
Like,
Vinny?
can you hear it? Or all right,
Dromm can hear it.
Oh, Dromm can hear it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if he's calling out with a signal to others or if he's just so old that he makes random noises like old people do.
Just then you hear a rattling sound, Dromm, and Lily, looking through the cat's eyes, sees the old man. He has it's not like a sword. It's not anything really. It's maybe like it could be like the round thing that a barrel might have had around it at one point. I forget what those are called, but he's like shaking it. And he goes, "Oh!" He like shakes this metal thing and makes a weird noise. Sir Pen, you are woken up by this at this point, and Vinny, you're probably awake as well.
What the heck's going on?
There's a weird figure that Lily has eyes on, but he's out there, and it doesn't look like to Dromm that he's heading in any direction, right? Is it like
No, the light's just staying where it was, and from the cat's perspective, you can the cat's like 3 feet away at this point. It's stealthed right up to the guy. It's like ooh, he's rattling the thing again.
It looks like he's doing some kind of ritual.
Is it human or the elf?
I can only tell that
Cat's hard to
I can only tell that he's humanoid and that he's got really kind of just shaggy hair, looks old, making really weird sounds.
Just then he starts to walk again, and he bobs the light, and he wiggles the metal thing as he goes, "Oh, leave my forest!"
I think he's trying to spook us out. Maybe he lives here and the bandits are bothering him? Or maybe we're bandits.
You say leave my forest?
Well, I don't see his name on it.
All right, I'm going to leave the cat there temporarily. Telling the cat to, just keep him in eyesight, but I'm going to come back into my own vision and I guess converse and listen to what we all have to say. I don't think this guy is a threat to us, but there might be something out there that's threatening him, and he's trying to maybe fend it off with some weird barrel holder?
Barrel rider?
I mean, it's like this big metal ring that he's got, and he's just shaking it around. Like, I don't know what he's planning on doing with it, but
It makes a weird noise when he shakes it.
Can I message him?
Can you message him? Do you have to have line of sight? I guess you can see the light. Sure, yeah, why not? You can message him.
All right. So I message him.
What do you say?
I say, I really want to go, ooh, but I'm not doing that. I go, hey, you with the light. What are you doing?
Oh, get out of my head! You hear this call out, and the light sort of drops, and you hear a crashing, and then a crack, and oh!
Dromm casts dancing light around where he goes down.
All right.
As long as that's within 120 feet.
It is. You guys sort of walk over, and you see him, and he gets up. Oh, what are you doing here? Don't hurt me.
Oh, you broke your light.
Oh, I guess I did.
does anyone have mending?
No, but I give him an apple.
He eats it hungrily.
Man, that would have lasted you a month. You ate it immediately?
Oh, what?
Never mind.
Vinny,
Dromm
give
makes a mental note not to
me
give him a carrot.
a history check, Vinny.
Dromm, did you give him a carrot too?
No, I made a mental note not to give him a carrot.
Because he would eat it.
18 history.
This guy looks familiar. You might have
Can I-
met this person before.
Can I tell if he's an elf?
Yeah, now that you're up close, he's definitely an elf.
Sir, are you from around here?
Let me see your wrist.
What do you say? Let me see your wrist?
Yeah,
I show him my wrist.
yeah, I'm from around here.
Wait, what?
Looks back at you.
I should... Did you know the Vivendairs at all?
Did I know them? I'm one of them.
Wait, what? You're one of them?
I'm Uncle Kalig.
I searched my memory. Uncle.
Not in
Wait!
you.
Oh, that's my uncle. I only had one. Duh. Wait, so I go. Wait, was it Kaylee?
You
What'd
might
say?
have more than one, but yeah, Kalig.
Wait, is this the one that? No, that was my grandfather. That was my grandfather.
That
Sorry.
was your grandfather. No, your
How does this
grandfather.
guy know he's an uncle?
That's what they call me.
Like, is that his name?
Yeah, they call me that. Who are you? Why are you in my forest?
Let's follow these guys.
I'm Vinny Vivendair.
I thought it was Vuvuzuela.
Well, once upon a time. This is family now, so.
You want to take him aside and talk to him?
You do look somewhat familiar.
Yeah. Probably not how you remember me.
Well, this is great. Who are you?
All right.
Come.
I peel off my fake mustache. Does that help?
Oh my! I thought you were killed with the rest of them.
Nope, I got away. I saw it happen though. But I escaped. And I ran. I did not look back, but I should tell you, I know who did it, and I know who sent them, and it's become kind of my mission now to find them and bring them to justice. That's happening. This group of friends here are helping make that happen.
Oh, that warms my heart to hear. Yes, it was a tragic event. I've sort of been living out here, just trying to scare off anyone who would try to take our ancestral home, and of course, being a bit afraid that those horrible people would come back. But it's pretty much just been me these last few years.
Every night with your lamp going, ooh.
Well, don't underestimate. I'm pretty scary when I want to be. But, I don't know. No, it's only if there's certain things that I've put around, and I know if someone's in the area that they shouldn't be. But, I usually only come out at night to challenge them, and it's not, I'm not a fighter, but I do what I can. It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
I thought I was the last one.
No, there's at least one more. But we came across this place. We were on our way to Torin, so we thought we'd spend the night here. So I was looking around, going down memory lane for a bit.
Not much left, I'm afraid, but the land is still good. You could reclaim it.
Hmm.
I don't know. You say you're on the path of vengeance.
Yeah. Absolutely. We've already found the group that did it, but ultimately it was someone that gave the order. I think they're also responsible for doing that to a couple other, a lot of other families and people and elves.
Do you know why? Why us?
I haven't found that one out yet. Yeah, don't know that.
Well, I have a place not too far away, hidden away, and you're welcome to come join me tonight if you want. I know you're probably tired, probably a little scared from my performance. No, maybe not.
Oh,
I've
yes.
been scarier.
Very scary. No, it was good. It was definitely good. Yeah, sure. I'll definitely come check it out. I don't know if you guys want to go sleep back in the tree or you want to come check out my uncle's house.
His house is well, you'll see. And, if you follow him, he leads you over about 200 feet away. There's large trees all throughout this forest, but this one, in between the roots, there's a hollow place, and that goes into the tree and then into the ground. There's sort of a bit of an area dug out underneath the tree that uses both the inside of the tree and this area too. It is honestly, with all of you, like Asta definitely stays outside, but he lights another lantern when he goes inside. It's sort of hanging from the ceiling in one place. And there's a bit of a table and basically just the one chair, but you could sit on the ground or gather around, and it's not terrible, but it's pretty bad.
No, it's nice. You have a lovely house.
And sort of gets out some cracked and broken dishes, which Vinny, you would recognize as the family's dishes, although some of them are more broken than others.
Oh, you got some plates still.
I managed to salvage what I could. And he just brings out a simple jug of water and pours you guys. There's a couple cups. And we might need to share a little, but I could put on a fire if you wanted some tea.
Well, I don't know how long Lily had been up, but she might be getting pretty tired. So she would probably be okay with the fire, but no tea, please.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably pass on tea too.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, was there a will or a reading of the wills at any point?
There was. I watched it from afar. I didn't want to make myself a target. I wasn't sure what prompted the attack.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I've always felt a little guilty that I wasn't there with the rest of the family when it happened.
Well, you wouldn't have done much good, because I was there, and it was overwhelming forces. turns out to be lizard guys. They were just everywhere. Tons of them. Just killing people and burning the tree. Other trees too.
I think the council divided up the wealth, and technically, I think they own the land, but we know different. We know different. We'll continue to protect it. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now that you're back, you could claim you're the rightful heir.
Maybe I could.
And if the
That's
threat
back
is
in Silence, right?
yes, I haven't been there in a long time.
It's an okay place. It's a neat hotel. You could sleep on land or water. And there's a guy with some apples.
I sneak in sometimes, and well, I take what I need, but I also grow my own food, of course, and while I'm getting up there in years, I'm still quite a hand at bringing down some game when I need to. But I keep the riffraff out. I keep the kids out. They tell stories about me. It's good to talk to someone.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't think I had any other relatives left alive.
Well, I hope that you and your friends can maybe put things to rest finally.
We definitely will, without a doubt.
That would be nice.
Hot on the trail of this. Say, did you
Very
say there?
comforting.
Did you hear that there's bandits around here?
Oh, I don't know if there's bandits. Maybe that's just me.
Oh, you're the bandit. Okay.
I mean, I'm not. I don't steal anything that I. Well, I mean, maybe sometimes from the market, but that's really only when I. No, I am not a bandit.
I was hoping there's a bandit camp that we could raid. That's all right. That's good.
Yeah,
Glad you're
no,
not a bandit.
But well, I should let you get back to sleep. I should go to sleep myself. And we'll see what there is to see in the morning.
All right.
We could talk more about your travels, maybe.
Sounds good.
Hope I didn't scare you too much, big guy. He pats Dromm on the shoulder.
Thank you. Gesund.
All right, you guys pass the night. Maybe just outside, give each other some space. In your cold weather gear, you snuggle up again and continue the rest of the night uneventfully, as it were. The day dawns a bit grayer than it was yesterday, overcast. A cold wind is blowing from the north. No rain, but the weather's definitely taking a turn. In the light of day, Uncle Kalig looks a bit weathered. Definitely more than you remember him being, Vinny. He was sort of an eccentric uncle. Would show up at the, holiday meals and family weddings and things like that, but sort of a little bit of a recluse to begin with, and the last couple of years have not improved that situation much. But he puts some tea on in the morning and has some potatoes that he starts frying up, and it smells pretty good, actually. And you all have yourselves a nice breakfast in his tree/underground house. I'm gonna go get my D20. I'll be back. So you're heading now to Torin, you said?
Yep. Wanna go?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd better stay here and keep the lights on, as it were.
Understood. Yeah. Well, at least it's nice knowing the land here is in good hands.
I do what I can. I do what I can. Do come back and visit me, though.
Okay.
Perhaps we could, I don't know, rebuild something.
I would
Make
like
a-
that.
Make a proper home of it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once I get this guy, not really sure what I'm gonna do after that. So maybe I'll try and find my way back here.
I would like that very much.
Mm.
Take care of yourself.
I give him, because he lives kind of like in squalor and doesn't have much, so I give him 10 gold.
Oh,
I give you more, but I don't have much myself, so
You're such a liar.
shut up.
That's very kind of you.
Mm.
That's very kind of you.
Yes, yes.
I wish you luck on your journey. I'm glad you found good friends.
Mm. Yes.
Dromm gives him a carrot.
Oh, thank you. Maybe I could incorporate this into my act. He puts it on his nose. What do you think? I could just eat it too.
Hey, Vinny, can you give him any of your weapons that you found in your secret stash?
My childhood weapons?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be.
They wouldn't be any good for this guy? I mean, he's not like the strongest dude anymore.
They're for like a kid elf.
Oh, they're for a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's a little wooden sword and
It's not wooden, but it's just not very big.
it's just a tree branch.
They're cool weapons, but I don't know if they'd help him out too much.
All right.
He's doing okay with his lamp.
Okay.
He's doing okay with his lamp. All right, you guys bid farewell to Uncle Kalig, and continue your trek deeper into the woods. These are not roads. These are old trails, old paths. Vinny, give me a survival check.
Uh-oh. -1 on that. That's a 4.
You spend the morning confident in the direction you're chosen. But eventually the path stops at a clearing of sorts. You realize that perhaps that was not the correct direction to go.
He must have moved the path while I was gone.
You retrace your steps and find an offshoot that you missed and start heading a bit southwest.
This is the way. Forgot they changed this.
It slows you down a little that day. You have yourselves a lunch. Give me another survival check.
This one's gonna be way better.
11.
11.
Right. You start off again, and it comes to a fork in the road, and you think back to when your grandfather once took you to the bridge to look from the heights of it to the river below. And you remember to get there, you go left at this fork, and so you lead your folks confidently. And you continue into the evening again. Fairly confident that you'll reach the bridge the next day. But you gather yourselves for the night in a little bit of a clearing off the path. And set up the watch as you did the day before. And go to sleep. And wake up the next morning. And the gray skies have cleared up. In the forest around you, while there is a chill in the air, the forest is a mix of trees that are lost their leaves and trees that have not. And as you pack up and have what breakfast you deem necessary, you continue on. And just before noon, you hear the rushing of water. And you come out, and as you come out of the forest, you're on a little bit of a hill. And below you, you see, to the south of you, you see all of Lake Ceylon spread into the afternoon, the sun high above you, sort of lighting up this pretty beautiful vista. To the south of you, the lake. To the southwest, flatlands that would eventually lead to the bogs. And just below you, there is a gargantuan stone bridge that spans the river where it connects to the lake. And I believe, Lily, did you all, who of you crossed the bridge north of Dolith in South Corson? I know Finric did. I don't know if Lily was with them at that point, because Finric inspected the stonework of the bridge.
Oh, that bridge.
I think Lily would have been there, right? Maybe.
On the
Lily
way.
was with Finric, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you head down toward it, Lily, you are reminded of the Great Stone Bridge north of Dolith, that Finric commented how fine the stonework was, and that it must be fairly ancient in its creation.
That's the bridge where we ambushed
Yes.
one of the captains. Okay. Well,
This
Lily
is
is
very
definitely
similar.
going to be drawing out this vista as best as she could with her map making materials,
Mm-hmm.
because she is definitely taken in by its beauty. And she'll make a note on her map about the bridge so that she can tell Finric when she sees him again.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very reminiscent. You're no expert, but if you had to guess, this bridge was probably built by the same, or at least designed by the same person.
Should have looked it up when I was at the library.
You enjoy a nice peaceful lunch, and then you proceed up and over this towering bridge with the river sort of flowing rapidly, but then as it gets to the lake, of course, it spreads out. But you'd probably estimate that when you're at the zenith or the topmost part of the bridge, the water is probably about 100 feet below you. It's a big curve, big bridge, probably 10 feet wide. You go back down the other side, and there is a path there that leads northwest into the foothills of the northernmost area of the Averska Mountains. And somewhere in there lies the city of Thor, which is the sort of gateway to Torin.
That's our path. Here we are. See? The sweat.
No problem. And as you head that way along the path for the rest of the afternoon and into evening, you'll make camp as you have before. Do you want to keep going?
Well, I think, Lily is looking at her map and she's tracing the steps that they had taken earlier, and it looks like one of the family circus drawings where Billy goes all over the place.
Oh my god!
And she shows it to Vinny. She's like,
That's amazing.
"Really? This is your hometown?"
Been a while. Been away for a while. Last I was here as a kid, so that's the pathway you should expect me to take.
Amazing. All right.
Is it Bobby? Not Billy?
Billy.
It is Billy. Okay.
I love those family circus. One of the rare square comics in the Sunday News. At least that's how I remember it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You guys spend the next couple days hiking along the river sometimes away from the river. Always the mountains are growing closer, although at a slower rate than you perhaps would have liked. But it's good to be on the road again. Fresh air, all the bit a bit crisp at times in your lungs. Beautiful vistas. You make it to the foothills. Let's call it by the Tall. And you start up the path. Sometimes just an incline. Sometimes great carved stairs at parts. And you start to see the handiwork of the dwarves as this path, which is wide enough for 2 or 3 to walk abreast, continues up into the mountains. And as the sun sets and you're looking out over, the darkness closes in on you, and you see above you, knowing that you'll reach it the next day, the glowing lights of a city nestled in the sort of crook of the mountains. And you know that the next day you will reach the gateway to Torin, the great city of Thor. And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight. All right. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time on BND Live.